but I have other ideas in mind. I have an Aqua here that I'm praying can get a good redraw, and I'm gonna come in with what I think is a perfect damage combination. What's going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video. Today we're gonna be reviewing a couple of pretty crazy games that I played. I'm gonna break down the replays and hopefully give you some insight into how to play specifically this team that I've been making a few videos on, but hopefully you can take some of these concepts and apply it to whatever team you're playing. Before we get started, I just wanna make an announcement that my creator code is now live in the shop within Axie Classic, so you just have to enter Elijah, and we gain points for this if you go ahead and buy something like a premium pass, or if you log in and win a game in Classic. It's not too late to get your premium pass and climb up the ranks. These things are essential. It gives you like way more rewards as well, so if you're doing good, you actually earn back the money that you spent, and you also get tons of artifacts, which is kind of essential to have these days in the arena. I just recently made a video on artifacts if you want to check that out. And I actually have an announcement around this creator leaderboard. Right now we're ranked 23, which I think is pretty cool considering we didn't have a code last season to carry over into this one, and we also got a late start because my code wasn't working at the beginning of the season. To be honest, I just like leaderboards. I like competition. So this season, whatever we win in terms of these prizes, I'm just gonna do a giveaway for it. Right now we're set to win a summer Axie and 5 AXS. I'm just gonna give all that away, guys. If you want to use my code, I just like gaining points. It's fun and I want to give back to you guys anyways. So let's have some fun. Use code Elijah, buy your premium pass, and we'll do a giveaway at the end of the season. So without further ado, let's jump into these games. We're ranked 346 right now. I actually got hit with some big decay from not playing yesterday, so I was ranked 600 or 700 when I played these matches. And the first one's going to be against a team that we've all seen many times, and that is Jumping Poison. Now, when you're playing this composition that I have, or really anyone that has a very important backliner such as my Aqua, I think avoiding Yam is essential. So being patient, knowing that this Mech, it can't one-shot my backliner. Yes, it can speed up and attack it afterwards. I'm just not going to worry too much about that because getting poison stacks is so bad for this Axie. It's eventually going to wipe it out. So I'm generally going to try to be very patient. Basically, you're just going to see me doing a lot of waiting and passing early on. He spends 3 energy here, steals 1, but I see 1 Yam. And now with my draw being very plant heavy in the damage department, I'm actually okay with some poison going onto my front and mid liner, but it's also much less of a risk now that he's already played 1 Yam, which is even more of a reason to feel confident about playing these damage cards and getting rid of his plant. He actually ends up passing. He doesn't have any good plant cards to play, so this is nice that we can wipe out this Axie fairly early in round 3. Now we're facing a 6 energy opponent. We have 3 energy ourselves, and I go with my Aqua damage cards. Now, almost always you're going to want to lead with Pliers when attacking into an Axie, and especially if you play Spiky Wing first, which destroys shields, you want to go Spiky and Pliers. But since I don't have a Spiky Wing, and I'm kind of expecting a decent shield from this midliner, I'm going to lead with Risky Fish, which is going to give me an attack up, and that's going to make my Pliers do 230 damage. We take this Dusk down to 168 HP. My midliner gets wrecked a little bit. We're at 290 health, and now we're going into round 5. I can follow up here with a Spiky or Risky Fish, and look, I still have no poison on this Aqua, which is really important. She has stayed healthy this whole match, so I'm going to go Spiky, Risky, and just 1 card on the plant is really all I need to finish this off. I want to be efficient here, and we can see that his Mech is going to town now on this Aqua, really trying to get the kill. And there's my finishing card with Goda. We actually destroy his last energy, which is a big deal. My Aqua is still alive. I know what's coming though with this Axie now being faster since he sped up. It's going to be the finishing blow. I don't want to waste an energy trying to play a Pliers here. I do try to get off the Spiky Wing to make this Mech have less shield next turn, but I don't manage to do so. The Aqua goes down, and now it's plants versus Mech. Not really the easiest thing to work around, but we're gonna try our best. And I go back and forth here between just playing cards on the midliner, like the Hatsune to get rid of the stun, and then 2 Kataros and maybe a damage card and get 2 energy back. But with him having just played 2 Toothless Bites, I think there's a decent chance he doesn't redraw one. I obviously can see now that he did, but I'm sort of expecting him to go front here considering how damaged my midliner is. It's easy for him to finish that off. I feel like it's actually important to get the value of playing shield into his damaging cards and also just getting some damage out of this front Axie with a big card like Sandal or Beach, which is what I go for. So I play the frontliner cards, and then on the back line I do play the Hatsune to get rid of the stun and follow up with a Cactus, because I need to get this mech into a position where it can actually get killed next turn even with just 2 energy. So I know that I'm running low on time here. This works out nice. We negate a lot of damage there with the shield and we get value from our front line. I think we also played a cattail, so we draw a bunch of cards, and this mech's now at 127. Here's the real deciding factor, guys. We have our mid line, our front line. Which one's it going to be? It's a guessing game, and I kind of thought that he wouldn't want to attack my midliner because I have Hatsune. So if I just played like one Hatsune and I disabled all his range cards, he might not have the right draw to finish the front line next turn, but he's actually been smart about it and kept the Arcos. So because I haven't seen an Arco in a while, I probably could have ruled that out. But all that being said, I guess just a little bit wrong here, but I managed to make enough right moves in the game up until this point, with specifically last turn playing the cards on my frontliner, to go into last stand and get the final killing blow with my midliner. Pretty fun game to have played and to pull out a victory as I was climbing back up the ranks. So this next game is going to be against a very annoying team. It's a triple discard with Parasite. It doesn't run Pincer, so it's not like a pure spam team. They can be a bit more strategic with their discards, and right out of the gate I'm gonna go for a pass, keep my options open going into round 2. We get double discarded, you know, you don't love seeing that. And now heading into round 2, I know I need to try to get some value out of this plant before it dies. I don't play the cattail. I don't hate the fact that I didn't play it, having just seen 2 discards. I kind of thought I might get a pass from the opponent on this turn and just wanted to save that for next round. Unfortunately, he draws 2 more parasites on his plant, so I'm facing 2 more discards, which is pretty freaking brutal here. It would have been really nice to draw cards. I don't, so nothing is really going my way here. In round 3, this Axie only has 24 HP, but he draws another pumpkin and a carrot. I try to get away with the cheapest kill ever, knowing that I'm behind. I play 1 Sandal. It doesn't work for me. He's gonna draw a card. He doesn't gain an energy from the carrot, but things just keep getting worse. So now this is a pretty interesting turn because this Axie has 24 HP. You might be thinking we just need to wipe it out and move on to the Aqua, but I've seen it play all of its essential cards, so I'm not really worried about it living one more round. And I thought maybe I could come in with a big combination next turn, like a 1-2 punch with the Aqua and then some cactuses or midliner cards going on to his Aqua. And also, I don't know what cards he has in his hand, but letting him draw more if he hasn't picked up the Siriuses or like another carrot, having him draw more on the plant to slow down the other Axies might not be a bad idea at this point in the game. So all that being said, I decide to pass once more. He plays a carrot, doesn't get value for it. Notice he also could have played some Siriuses this turn, but doesn't, because he's just assuming I'm gonna break through and kill him. So now him having 4 energy and us having, I think we have 6, I don't really draw anything valuable on my midline, which is kind of disappointing. I do decide to go ahead and get rid of this plant and then reevaluate heading into round 6. I have 6 energy, I think he has 5. And here's where I've just got to pull an audible, guys. Like normally I'd love to get more value out of my midliner, but it's just too late in round 6 to do so. I think it would be a losing move here to try to put up shield or play the Hatsune or the Scarab when I know that he has a boatload of damage and he's probably going to go all out thinking that if he kills this plant he wins the game because he has a Reflectile. But I have other ideas in mind. I have an Aqua here that I'm praying can get a good redraw, and I'm going to come in with what I think is a perfect damage combination here with Pliers, 2 Kois, and another Pliers. It's just exactly the amount of damage we need. Both Parasites come in, but luckily we keep both Spiky Wings, and he fired a whole clip like I said he would. He only has 2 energy. He's going for Kataros. I have 5 energy. I go with a Spiky Wing, Pliers, Koi, and Risky Fish. And just like that, even though our back was against the wall, by being patient, by letting go of the midliner, we managed to turn it around. And here's our killing blow with heaps and heaps of damage. Pliers, Risky, Koi, it's lights out. And that was just a touch and go game where I had to navigate the waters, I had to pivot, you know, and that's just often what you need to do in Classic. And you can't give up either. Even if it's looking bad, you know you can always pull it off, you can always turn it around. And I hope that these games showed you a little bit of insight into, you know, what I'm thinking about when I'm playing an arena match, and hopefully you gain something from it. Leave a comment below, let me know what you guys want to see next. Love you guys, see you in the next video, peace.